Happy Halloween, and welcome to this edition of Bloodshots. See? To my left is the gun show.
Drop all day.
To my right is the pirate show.
Arg. Really?
He said pirate show.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about Cookie?
Cookie's on the floor.
Cookie.
Cookie.
Hi.
Cookie.
As always, guys, if you like what you see, head on over to Facebook and like us, YouTube, and subscribe. Help support the show on patreon.com/derailed. We hope you enjoyed the Extra Life live stream.
Meet Mayfist.
Scary.
Carrie.
I wanted to be Scary Terry so bad. God. If only it wasn't just a knockoff Freddy Krueger.
What's the joke?
I know.
He has knives for fingers. And he's like, it looks like a legally acceptable representation of a popular 80s horror.
Oh, bitch. So, we saw quite a few things. But since I stopped your
No, I'm going last.
Now you're going last?
I'm going last. You go first.
Okay.
Go Kingsman first.
All right. We saw Kingsman. Kingsman Part 2.
Okay,
Wes, you saw it.
Yep.
What did you think?
It was good. It was like you were talking about with the trailers. It's a lot like the first one, just again.
You kind of know what you get.
Although Julianne Moore as the villain was great.
Yeah, she was pretty good. I liked the spin with Colin Firth.
Yeah.
Because the trailer makes you think one thing, and then you watch the movie and it's completely different. It's pretty cool.
Huge missed opportunity to not show that he's back in it, though.
Yeah. But that's why I like that they put the twist on it. So, that was pretty cool.
Action was over the top.
And funny at points.
Decent continuation of the story. Although the first movie spent a lot of time talking about his relationship with his mom. And you do not see his mom again until the very last scene of the movie.
Yep. Which I'm fine with.
Yeah.
I liked Whiskey. Whiskey was my favorite. Oberyn Martell from Game of Thrones. That was super cool.
That was another criticism. Channing Tatum, they show a bunch in the trailers.
Yeah.
And he only really has the fight scene at the beginning.
Which sucks because he was actually pretty funny. His whole thing was actually pretty funny. But, oh well. Yeah, definitely going to be a third one. With him in the London suit at the end.
Yep.
Channing Tatum.
Yep.
That looks pretty, with the little bowler hat on. That looked funny. So yeah, just a lot of what you expected. Over the top action. A little bit of comedy. Probably a very high budget for actors.
Yep. The plot is, what is her name? Poppy?
Yeah, Poppy.
Poppy has tainted all of the biggest supplies of drugs and alcohol across the world. So everyone starts getting infected, and she wants all drugs legal in America. That's her thing. She wants to become a businesswoman.
Yeah.
But she has the drug business.
So
it's power.
Pretty much.
But with robot dogs.
Yeah.
Sell power.
Yeah.
And a human-sized meat grinder to make burgers out of.
Yeah. So the Colin Firth thing is kind of cool because, like, yes, they do see him again, and like they're like, oh shit, he's alive. But when after Sam Jackson shot him in the eye, in the first one, like the American version of Statesman, yeah, the Statesmen come in with this device that put it over your head and it like freezes your brain and keeps the brain alive. And then they bring him back to the facility. They remove the bullet and then, like, they repair things. And then that's how they saved him. But he lost his whole memory. He had no idea who he was. He thought he was a what's the name? The scientific term for like butterfly
scientist. Because I have no
basically
fucking idea. What
it's like entomologist or entomologist or something like that.
Butterfly scientist.
Yeah. So they spend a little bit of the movie trying to like get his memories back and everything to help them do all this shit, but they go on missions. And Whiskey is like the New York statesman, and he's they can't figure out if he's like bad or good. And then when Colin Firth gets his memories back, he like goes on a mission, but he's all like he's all like Skyfall, where 007 comes back, but he's like, yeah, I'm not all there yet.
Never saw it.
Oh, you didn't see Skyfall? Okay.
James Bond movie.
So, I think that was pretty much it. Like, they figure out that he's bad. They, get rid of him, stop her. And then there's the prelude into the third one.
And you forget the best cameo in the movie.
Which was...
Stanley.
Elton John.
Oh, Elton John, that's right. Elton John was actually, like, in the movie. Like, kicking people's asses and shit. Like, so she kidnaps Elton John when Sam Jackson does that whole thing. She kidnaps Elton John to bring him to her, like, Las Vegas little thing she set
style,
up.
Like, she lives in the 50s.
Yeah.
But because I don't know, that's what she grew up with, but she's in the middle of a, Peruvian jungle or something?
Yep. What is it called? Poppyland or some shit?
Poppyland.
And then he has to continually play all those fucking hit songs. It's so funny. And at the end, he just freaks out and starts kicking everybody's ass.
Well, my favorite scene was when the robot dogs are chasing Colin Firth.
Yeah.
He jumps in front of them. And
Yeah.
he's there and
Friend.
the dogs can't kill Elton John. So they're programmed to. So Colin Firth is just behind him, punching him in the face with bowling balls while he stands there.
Friend.
It's good. I recommend it. If you like the first one, you'll like the second one.
It's just a fun movie. It has no depth.
Yeah, even less depth than the first one.
Yeah. Definitely. Well, that's the movie I saw. Sounds like everyone gives a shit. Super fun.
Mm-hmm. I liked it. Donnie liked it.
Doesn't matter what I like.
Why is he so fucking right now?
Because you're just sitting there and can't tell what you're
lock
doing.
myself in my room and listen to Rush. Why are you wearing that on the side of your
Yep. All right. Go ahead with your movie.
Why are you being so grumpy?
What happened?
I'm fine. Everything's fine. It's amazing. Snowman. I haven't seen Snowman, so it was terrible, apparently.
It was alright.
Wes, how long can you sit there and smile like that? He has an advantage because sunglasses, he can't really tell. I haven't seen Snowman, so I have nothing to talk about.
It's a murder movie. Snowman killer. Detective hunts him. Turns out to be his wife's new boyfriend.
Sounds
Who's
intriguing.
wife?
Harry Hole. Harry Hole's the detective.
Harry Hole?
Michael Fassbender.
His name is Harry Hole?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Oh my god.
You know you can prove him right or wrong with your phone.
Is it really?
His name is Harry Hole.
Are you fucking kidding me?
He's a detective in Norway. Played by Michael.
Detective Harry Hole investigates.
Why do you think that's so funny?
Oh my god. Harry Hole. How is that not funny?
It's not funny.
No?
As you're
You're
trying
not
to-
laughing?
tree.
That party.
Chaos. Chaos. Oh my God.
So, just a movie.
What?
Just a movie.
It's a murder mystery
Okay.
movie.
Why is it called Snowman?
Because he builds a snowman when he kills people. Puts a snowman outside.
I take it you didn't like this film that much.
The story sucks, but it's shot really well.
Oh yeah, it looks good apparently. It's good that it was free.
Movie pass free.
Harry Hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody cares though, so just move on to the next one.
Why are you wearing this?
'Cause we're gonna go jet skiing after this. I got my ski boot.
You've been stripped of your identity.
I'm just regular old Skyrim guy.
With no mods. There's no mods right now.
I had my cool guy mod.
The sleeves are still up.
8. All the little kids are gone.
You can take my glasses, but you can't roll down my sleeves.
Becca didn't see it. That's probably why.
She ignores it. Turns her on. She's a big inside bicep lady.
Inside. What?
Yeah, like only like this part.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
Movies.
What about Harry Hole? Not mine, but the character. Michael Fassbender as Harry Hole. This could be one of those movies that I make up on the fly, like I did that one time.
It's a Michael Scott film.
Great Scott!
So it wasn't good.
No, the story sucked.
Acting.
Terrible.
Even Michael Fassbender.
Even Michael Fassbender.
So it was shot beautifully, but that was it.
Yeah, it has some really good shots, but the editing was terrible. It made no sense. Made no sense at all. But we can just talk about the next one.
Jigsaw.
How was Jigsaw?
I don't quite know. The whole movie made you think one way, and then all of a sudden it was like...
You ever watch Dallas?
No.
You ever watch Dallas?
No.
I
There's a
did.
season in Dallas where
The whole dream.
Patrick Duffy gets fired, right? So they do a whole season without Patrick Duffy. Mm-hmm. And then they rehire Patrick Duffy for the next season, and then they basically start that season with Patrick Duffy with, oh yeah, last season was all a dream, and now we have Patrick Duffy back. So it's kind of how this movie was. It was all like the movie that you thought was taking place at the real time was actually took place in the past with a bunch of characters that don't really matter to what the story really is in the present day. So, I don't know.
Were the death traps creative?
No.
I don't know what's happening.
Just don't have much to say this week.
I've explained 2 movies.
You didn't really
James
explain.
also watched Jigsaw and has yet to explain it.
I didn't like it that much.
So what's the plot?
It's just another guy that helps Jigsaw.
So basically, you watch the whole movie, right? And you're like, oh, so like we're watching these people die, and then it's like all like 10 years ago. The whole fucking movie
Yeah.
is 10 years in the past. And
It was
doesn't
stupid.
matter.
It was fucking stupid.
And then you're like, oh wait, so this guy recreated a thing that happened 10 years ago to get revenge on this one guy that he helped kill his wife, or like let the guy that killed his wife
Escape,
away.
yeah. Not escape,
like,
but get released,
He's
yeah.
like, I was part of that game 10 years ago, but Jigsaw helped me live.
Yeah.
Because
He
messed up Jigsaw's cancer x-rays.
Yeah.
So Jigsaw was going to kill him, but then he realized, like, hey, he shouldn't die for one mistake. And then helped him live, and, like, then he ended up helping Jigsaw. And then when Jigsaw died, he took over.
Yeah.
It's stupid. And he's also the medical examiner, so he finds all the bodies and pretends like it wasn't him.
Like,
frames the cop for him.
Yeah. And his little helper chick is like a Jigsaw fanatic who has this dungeon of torture of all his contraptions.
It's like a dungeon, but it's a loft.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Lofty dungeon.
It is.
It's a lofty dungeon.
But not good.
Bottom of the barrel in the movies this week, huh?
It was pretty bad.
I like the Kingsmen.
You didn't see Kingsmen.
I like Kingsman. Way better than Jigsaw.
Based on what you all have said, doesn't seem that hard.
Pretty much. Movie Pass makes it bearable.
So how's that working out for you guys?
Fucking amazing.
What?
Movie Pass.
Oh.
Movie Pass is the shit.
It's pretty simple. $10 a month. One
It's
movie
so
a day.
worth it. You should really do it.
I can
It really
go to a
is.
movie right now for free. I can go to a movie tomorrow now for free. I can go to a movie the next day for free.
You can go to 365 movies a year.
For
In one day.
$120. But yeah.
Oh, by the way. AMC responded to my tweet.
About what?
My chicken dicks.
Your chicken.
Tell the tale of the chicken.
She was so weird.
Yeah.
Here's the picture, Wes.
Everybody was pissed off.
That's the
this day.
picture.
Everybody was pissed.
I paid $13 for that. 3 nubs.
Explain. What are you thinking right now? Are you confused at why he's mad?
Nope.
You understand?
$13.
Yeah. $13 for fries.
Let me see. Let me see how dramatic this picture is.
So, the first thing that happens is Becca's trying to order chicken tender meals, right? And they fuck that up. She wants sliders and the tenders. So the guy's like, okay. Rings her up for just sliders and just tenders. She's like, the only thing on your menu that says chicken tenders is the fucking meal, right? So he's like, oh, a la carte, a la carte.
It only gives me one fry.
Yeah. So that set the tone.
What movie were you seeing?
Because then
Jigsaw?
she got a box of 5 tenders in it. Right?
No, and then, but after I got rang up for that, and then he goes, oh, the fries are going to be a minute. And then doesn't tell me how long. And I'm just sitting here like, are you fucking kidding? Like, how long?
Yeah. Then I ordered mine, right? So I ordered it by saying the correct verbiage. I was like, I want the chicken tender triple, whatever the fuck it's called. Right? They give you fries, a really shitty fucking cookie, and apparently 3 chicken dicks. Okay. So,
seeing them in real life was a little more, like, honest to me, and this is just my opinion, the picture, those look like
normal.
They look fine.
Yeah.
But I did see them in person, and they were dramatically smaller.
Yeah.
The meal, I mean, from the picture, it looks like you got 3 chicken strips. So they respond to what they say.
It would be normal sized chicken strips if that barbecue sauce
Where
is
did you
huge.
tweet them at? What Twitter did
It is a
you
pretty
use?
big barbecue.
My personal one. Did they respond? Oh, they didn't respond. Never mind. It was a notification saying, "Oh, you posted."
I wanted them to respond.
I know.
Rescind the story of the
I don't even see it.
dicks.
Oh, there it
The sliders, super good, man.
is. Yeah.
Love those sliders.
The picture doesn't do it justice. It was literally like this big
Yeah.
of a chicken.
Yeah. And they only get 3. So I bring the box. I'm pissed.
Because he sees my box.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of chicken.
Yeah. I open up my fucking whatever the fuck that was, and I get pissed. So I go back out there, and
He said chicken dicks in front of an old lady. She almost had a heart attack. She filled her Depends.
and then I go back out to the guy, and he looks at me, and I open the box, and I was like, "Is this a joke?" And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "You see that, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, I know, man. I'm sorry." He's like, "They only come with 3." And I'm like, he goes, "The regular ones come with 5 without fries. And the ones with fries are only 3." And he was like, I don't know why they're that small.
He's used to saying it.
And then
Why it's that small?
because the bag that I saw the guy like pull out of they looked a lot bigger. You know what I mean? And then I guess they
shrink.
oiled down to 0.
Yeah, because food gets smaller in hot conditions. Genitalia gets smaller in cold conditions.
Enlightening.
Confucius.
More of a Socrates kind of guy. You know what I mean? Plato guy. Kevin Spacey's gay.
We're gonna go there again.
You wanted to. You said you wanted to talk about it.
No.
Yeah,
You said you wanted to talk about House of Cards.
House of Cards. Okay, because you were talked about the spinoff, and I was like, I think Robin Wright and Doug make up House of Cards the best. Even without Kevin Spacey's good, but like, I think they're the fucking major players in that show. Because Doug's like all badass and loyal, but creepy and mysterious at the same time. You know what I mean? You don't know if he's gonna fucking snap or not. And then she's just so amazingly vindictive and like manipulative. It's fucking crazy.
Robin Wright. Cougar.
Did you like her in Wonder Woman or no?
Mm-hmm.
Did you?
I like her in everything.
I love her character so much in House of Cards. I don't want to see her be cheesy superhero.
She could be in a Kmart commercial and I would love it.
It's because she's blonde, right?
That's why I like Wes so much.
Even his hair like that?
Yeah.
You look
I
like...
got sex hair.
Are you ready to do the truffle shuffle? Wait, no, maybe he did it already. We don't know.
What?
One of his things.
Yeah. Are you ready to have done the truffle shuffle?
I don't know how to respond to that.
I have a question. Are you going to cut out the silence?
The sound of silence?
Yeah. At the beginning.
And like the two spots where he just
silence.
wasn't talking.
Why am I being blamed for not talking?
Because you were supposed to describe the movies.
But so okay, all right. So I'm the host.
No,
I didn't see Snowman.
Snowman. You were just kind of talking
Yeah.
about a guy
Okay.
killing people and snowman.
That's not silence, it's just really quiet.
So, Mindhunters.
That's all you had to say about House of Cards?
Because I just said the spinoff. I'd like to see her, and I think that she's more, than Kevin
Babe, can I
Spacey.
make Robin Wright my phone background?
The person we've been talking about for the last 10 minutes.
I still don't know who that is.
House of Cards wife.
No, because I'm your wife.
Yeah, but like, spread the love, babe.
I'm gonna put shirtless men as background on my phone.
Fine. As long as it's fucking. What's his name? Thor.
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth, yeah.
I don't want Chris Hemsworth, please.
Or, who was that guy?
Jude Law.
No. I saw somebody, and I wanted to lick chocolate syrup off his abs.
Zac Efron.
No. Who was it? Fuck. And I was thinking about texting Becca. Like,
Where did you see this person?
that's what I'm trying to
I
remember.
comment about nice butts to Aaron, so.
Or not nice butts at the gym.
Yeah.
Fuck. It was like, damn it. I don't remember.
Where did you see it?
I can't remember. But yeah, I'm down with Chris Hemsworth. He's pretty cool.
Everybody's saying that kid in Stranger Things that drives the Camaro is Zac Efron twin.
Oh my god, funny thing about the Stranger Things kid, Mike.
Mhm.
I don't remember the actor's name. The kid that plays Mike.
Yeah.
To France. And you know the days, right? He drank out of it. He's like, I drank out of this weird water fountain, and then he's like, wait, it's a bidet. Like it's like a series of tweets
Yeah.
on Twitter.
Oh shit!
Out of the bidet.
You drank out of the ass cleanser?
Wait, is she dating Ben?
Who's Ben?
Ben, the dude from Hell or High Water?
Ben?
Ben
Yeah.
Foster?
Yeah, I think she's dating Ben Foster.
Oh really?
They're like way different age though. Robin Wright dating. Maybe she's married.
Wasn't Ben Foster also in the?
Oh, Robin Wright was married to Sean Penn.
Oh shit! Really?
Shit.
Jesus. I still can't believe he was married to Madonna.
That's cray. Who was the guy? I think it might have been Chris Hemsworth.
Really?
Yeah. I think about him often.
Do you want to Kevin Spacey him?
Kevin Spacey, the motherfucking American Beauty.
Mindhunters?
Yeah, Mindhunters. Do it.
No one cares.
I do.
Mind. Serial killers.
Fascinating.
It's super interesting. So it takes place in the 70s when this man in the FBI is a hostage negotiator. He starts talking to another FBI person about criminality and how it's changed over the years. Where in the 20s, it was like killing was done for personal gain, right? It was gangsters, robbing banks.
I want what you have. I'm going to kill you for it.
Yep. So it was very easy to identify motive and capture them and whatnot. So now you could get stabbed going to work by just somebody you don't know, you know. So they're talking about this and they're like, why isn't anyone researching this? And they're like, I don't know, you know, but at least we're asking the right questions. And so he partners with this other dude who that guy recommends, the main character, gets recommended this other guy to go talk to. And talks to him, and he's like, why don't you come to road school with me? Because I need help. I go to local police stations around the country, all around the United States, and I teach local police what the FBI know about profiling and capturing, solving crimes and stuff. So they start touring the world and touring the country, and then they get advice from a local police somebody, and he's like, you should go talk to Ed Kemper, who's this real. So it's all real. I guess I should preface this. This is a memoir of a guy based on a book called Mindhunter. Like real life, like the story of FBI profiling. He invented the term serial killer. There was no serial killer term before that. They were called sequence killers. They didn't know patterns. They didn't know anything about it. No one cared until him. And so he starts interviewing Ed Kemper, who is a real life serial killer. And if you watch the actual interview and the Netflix show, the interview with him is identical. Like they change very little stuff about. It's just like it's just like certain words, but like it's crazy. And he like I'm reading the book too, and he helped with the Green River Killer here in Washington. There was another serial killer in the 80s who he helped with. And basically, he's the guy who figured out how to be like, here's the crime scene, here's what we know, give it to him, and he'll be like, okay, it's a white male between ages 17 and 24. He's going to have this background. He was probably raised with a single mom. He probably has this kind of job, and then they
So he kind of not invented, but like pioneered profiling.
They had profiling, but he took it. He ran with it.
He was able to see.
He
He was able to see this and be like, okay, this. And to be fair, there's margins of error, but like he was.
Man, I'm telling you, it's when you're watching the show, you get this thing where it's like, okay, this girl was raped and murdered, and this like 14-year-old girl was raped and murdered, left in the woods. And she was covered with her raincoat. Okay. And so they go to her house and they're looking around and they're like, what was the last thing she did? Oh, she was just on her way home from school. Who was the last person she talked to? I don't know. They walk outside and they notice that all the trees are trimmed, all the pine trees. And so they're like, and they go up there, they look at the cuts, and they're recent, and so they're like, there was somebody cutting this about right around the time that she went missing, that she died based on the time of death or whatever. So they're like, who was cutting this? And then they find, so he's profiling. He's like, so someone covered her up, right? So that means that he regretted what he did. He couldn't face her, okay? And then the way that she was stabbed was like, it was almost accidental. Like he didn't purposely mean to stab her, but he wanted to have sex with her. She didn't want it. They fought, and then he got what he wanted, and then he accidentally killed her. Probably didn't mean to. Covers her up, and so he's already like, he's not intelligent. It's a guy, probably white, right? And then they notice the trees. They get the guy, and it's like, that's exactly who you were talking about. But he denies the whole thing.
Wow.
And dude, it's like, okay, this is a TV show, this is a Netflix show, this is it's convenient, right? That's really nice if it's like NCIS. And then you're reading the book and it's like, no, that fucking happened. Like he's just that good. Like he can just
crazy.
figure it out.
You're saying the first episode is crap though,
because it's exposition. It's like, here's this guy, here's what he does, here's how he gets started, here's him meeting his girlfriend. Here's him doing road school, talking to cops, and it's like you get the idea of like, okay, here's the ground, but you don't talk to Ed Kemper, you don't solve any cases until episode 2 on. The first episode, if you're not like excited to get into it, then it sucks.
I don't know if you've like looked at the titles. Is there anyone about him doing the Green River Killer? Okay.
Based on what's happened in the book versus the first season, they covered a very small portion of the book in season 1, and because they're meticulous, like they go through everything that he did.
Did he do anything with the Ted Bundy case?
Ted Bundy was a little before he started.
Oh, was it really?
He started because of Son of Sam.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Son of Sam was a big thing, and they were like, Jesus, we have a serial killer that this fucking dog was apparently a satanic evil demon dog that told him to kill people. Like, we have no idea what people's motivations are to do this. Like, we don't know anything. So that's what's the catalyst of. And then Dog Day Afternoon. They go see Al Pacino Dog Day Afternoon and start teaching it in class and stuff.
I'm trying to think of other big killers like Ed Gein or John Wayne Gacy.
Those are all, they're not in there, but they're covering, like, there's one called the HBK Killer or something. They're all killers that you don't know.
Minus Green River. Because
Even in the show,
oh.
they don't cover Green River yet.
No, that's what I'm saying. But in the book, he talks about doing that case.
A little bit. So what happened is he went to go help.
Yeah.
He went to go help with the Green River Killer, and because of his process, he has to like literally get into the shoes, into the mental state of the serial killer in the moment. But then he also has to be like in the shoes and the body of the victim. And so it's super tolling on somebody who's handling, he's the only one who knows how to do this. And so he's getting called left and right, going around the country, staying in different, like marriage is falling apart, barely there with his kids because he's going everywhere, helping with these cases. And literally like, he's like, I have to be that person being raped and held down. And how was I held down? How did it feel to be held? Like, how did it feel when it got stabbed? Like, and he puts himself in these shoes, and then I have to do it as like a kid, you know. I have to, and it's like Jesus Christ.
So it's an intense show.
This is the book. They don't really touch on that in the.
Oh, okay.
But in the book, because Green River Killer is later on down the road. So he's helping, and his whole left side of his body just goes out. He has this crazy attack. He goes into a coma. Okay,
like a really big stroke or something?
Kind of. He's not even old. He's like 36 at the time.
Just the stress.
He's just fucked up inside because of doing all this stuff. So he doesn't actually... He profiles the Green River Killer. I don't know why I don't know his name, but he doesn't actually help them. He's in a coma throughout the whole thing. And then...
Gary Ridgway?
Gary Ridgway, that's it, yeah.
No, after Stranger Things, I might have to give that a try.
It's remarkable.
But make it through the first episode, because you're saying it's a little...
Be excited about it.
Okay.
Be excited about it, because it's fantastic, but you've got to be excited to get through that first episode. Because here's the first thing, is it's directed by... motherfucker. David Fincher. Do you know who that is?
Fight Club?
Fight Club, Social Network...
He's doing a Netflix show?
Seven. Yeah, he did House of Cards, too.
Oh, shit.
He directed the first couple episodes of House of Cards. So, yeah, he executive produced the show and directed the first and last episodes. So he's one of my favorite directors. So that's another reason why, like, I was just into it, because I just love him. So be excited about it. The first episode's fantastic, and then it just gets...
when he starts
good,
doing the
man.
profiling and figuring this shit out. Okay.
Yeah, it's like L.A. Noire. Because you're with him, and they're interviewing these people, and you're trying to figure out how to do it, and he's going step by step, and like, you know, it's just fascinating, man. It's for someone who doesn't really appreciate sociology or psychology or anything like that. It's adding validity to how accurate he nails these things. You know, his big question is like, are serial killers born or raised? Like, is it something where you come out of the womb with that gene, or is it a product of your surroundings? You know, because this guy Ed Kemper, his mom put him down his whole life and was like, "You're a piece of shit. You're never gonna get anyone. You're not worthy of anything."
Nature versus nurture.
Yeah. So he goes. He's like, a week before I killed my mom, I knew I was gonna kill her, and I went into her. He goes, I went into her room, and you know what she said to me? The day I was gonna go kill her, I went into her room and she was reading a book. Same time she's read a book for thousands of nights, and she goes, "You're probably gonna want to stay up and talk, aren't you?" And he's like, I killed her. His mom killed his grandparents too. Killed his grandparents, and then he buried their heads. So not only did he kill them, okay. He was called the co-ed killer. So he would kill these young women's because he was so inadequate. He couldn't have sex with anybody because his mom and grandma and everyone was so mean to him. Okay? He cut their heads off and then had sex with their heads. And buries the heads in his mom's backyard, facing up, looking at her window. So unbeknownst to her, she's got all these heads under her dress. Fucking terrifying.
Damn.
And he's talking to these people, and he's trying to get them to like open up and like learn about them. So yeah.
Sounds good. Give it a try. Mm-hmm. Soon as I'm done with Stranger Things.
Look at the spike every time she barks.
What?
Are we done?
You're the
I'm
host.
required to talk every second?
No.
Is that the requirement?
No. I said it was a good show.
You want to talk about Stranger Things at all?
Yeah.
You're on the same episode we are, so
Yeah.
Wes is in
finished
the exact
episode
same
4.
spot where he gets into the tunnels.
The vines.
Yeah, the vines. What do you think so far?
It's good.
Do you? A lot of people are like they don't like up to this point where 11 is going, like with the development as like bratty teenager-ish instead of not very limited talking badass.
I'm not gonna lie. The only thing I'm still trying to figure out is the chick at the beginning with the tattooed number.
Oh
In
yeah,
the first episode.
number 8. So obviously
Yep.
she's she escaped somehow
Yep.
or is from something.
But she has telepathic powers to fuck with your mind, whereas
Yeah.
11 has telekinetic powers to move shit with her mind. Good brownie.
No.
I'm not quite sure where 11's going. I mean, you saw the one scene where she pulls the skateboard under from Max.
Jealousy.
Wait,
Yep.
what?
Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah.
I like Max's brother.
We know nothing of that yet. That's the fucked up part.
He's so good.
I have someone ruin something for me on the internet. No, I'm pissed.
Louisa ruined something for us too.
Yeah.
Why? What, she knows you guys haven't watched it. Why is she doing this?
She slipped, I think.
How about just don't talk to me about the show that I haven't finished watching?
Yep. Hey, Bruce.
Winona Ryder's still great in it, though.
Fantastic. Sean Astin's a great addition.
Bob.
That came out of
Bab.
nowhere.
Bob from Radio Shack.
It's such a good show. It's just got that thing. It just has that thing that you want to watch.
Because, like I was saying, we ended episode 3 and we're going to stop there, and then the cliffhanger happens. It's so big, like, nope.
What was
We're,
episode 3? Was it when they
the dark shadow, yeah. Like,
we stopped?
see, we couldn't. We were like, fuck it, we'll watch one more.
And I will.
For some reason, yeah, Becca doesn't really care about the show, so she can stop it.
Yeah, I don't care about the show.
She wants to savor it, not binge it.
Yeah, but if you really are into it, you're like, I want to watch more.
I'm just a patient thing with when there's nothing else I want to watch. This is the only thing I want to watch. We just have different mindsets on how we like a show and want to watch it. Aaron's a grudge about it.
Hey, Bruce. Are you a
It's
little
good.
monster? Are you a little monster?
Super good.
Super good.
Yeah.
Super hot.
You like the little alien thing that he's like keeping that ate his cat now?
Looks like a dog. Like a dog.
That splits its face open in 4 spots now.
What's his name? Dartmouth?
Upside down.
D'Artagnan.
Dart. Yeah, from Three Musketeers.
What was the monster called? It was
Demigorgon?
it's like a demigorgon dog.
I think it is a demigorgon. It's growing into one. It has the same face.
Oh, true.
You didn't want to have a body.
Very true.
I just want to watch all of it. Just do that for the first couple hours of Extra Life. Just watch Stranger Things.
That's you have to watch that with Donnie.
See? He has control too, babe.
Do you have control?
Self-control.
Watch.
Do you, Wes?
Play Elite Dangerous with me. We'll be space truckers. This is Bird Dog coming in with a line of linoleum. I don't know. Let's just end the show.
That was a good Rick impression, though. All right, guys, thanks for joining us on this episode of Bloodshots. If you like what you see, Facebook like, YouTube subscribe, patreon.com/derailed. Check out all the other social media sites like Instagram and Snapchat. You might see something, you might not.
Depends if your screen's out. Do you have a screen?
We'll see you next time.